Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Swingtime, and today I'm joined by the lovely Aura. Thanks for joining me, Aura.
Hello, good to be here. I try to tag in every once in a while to co-cast.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. What we have here for everybody's today is a Division D East match between Not Throwing and Lightly Salted. So we were just getting the last person into the lobby, and let me check and see if the teams are ready here. Um, Our first map is going to be Spider Queen, which is the map choice for Lightly Salted. Any thoughts on that map and what you might expect to see from Lightly Salted there, Aura?
um, and Tomb, you mean?
Yeah, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Yep.
Well, I'm excited just because I know Not Throwing does some very interesting comps, but I also love the map in general because it's so small and rotations are such a key about it that I'm interested to see what both teams have in store. I see a lot of deaths incoming.
Well, that's always exciting. So here we are entering the draft here. So Not Throwing is going to have the first ban and first pick.
Now, here in Division D, you don't see a lot of trends always with the meta. You see a lot of interesting stuff.
Oh.
So, yep, that's what I was going to say. I'm interested to see what they plan to ban.
All right, we've got a Nova ban coming out from Not Throwing. They're not wanting to see any shenanigans from Lightly Salted here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and with this kind of small map too, you would think wave clear means a lot. So mages tend to be picked up pretty early for wave clear rotation. So again, that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. Okay, and the Sylvanas ban coming out from Lightly Salted. That makes sense. Sylvanas can be really powerful on this map, pushing with the spiders.
Even with her nerf, she's still Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, what do you think? What do you think we're going to get as first pick for
A
Not
first
Throwing?
pick from Not Throwing, I literally couldn't even guess. Because I could say anything. Okay, so they actually went for something a little bit more meta, and they first picked a healer. So that's surprising.
Yeah, I've heard. I've never casted Not Throwing before, but I've heard some fascinating rumors about this team, and I'm
The
super
very
excited.
first game they played that I saw during week 1 was an all tank comp on BOE, I believe it was. So
Nice. So we could be seeing an all healer comp coming out from
yep,
the
and
side
that's
of
what I
Not
wonder
Throwing.
sometimes. They usually have a theme, is what I've heard. So, like one time, I think I caught them and they did a all poison theme. So they had like Nazebo, Lunara, and things like that. So
Nice. All right, so let's see what Lightly Salted has in mind here for their first two picks.
dun, dun.
They're letting the time run all the way down. And they're going with Hanzo and Stukov. I like those picks. Those are solid. Oh, we've got the immediate
Zool
lock into
was
Zool.
right away. Yeah, and Zool can be really good on this map too. I mean, he could be as cheesy as he wants to be, double soaking lanes while they four-man something. And Junkrat's actually not too bad on here either. So they've got wave clear right now.
Yeah.
Hanzo's good, but Zool and Junkrat are really good.
Yeah, for sure. I like this. It's looking really exciting on the side of Not Throwing, and I like how Lightly Salted started. I mean, this looks really solid. Let's see where they go from here. We do have more bands coming out. I think maybe we might see a tank ban. Oh, yep.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that I think they're probably gonna start banning out the tank.
Yeah, and Garage makes sense on a small map like this where his toss can really, cause issues. So I think that's a smart ban there.
Yeah, on this map especially, Garrosh and Joanna, I think are, and ETC probably, are the three best tanks on this map. Garrosh, because he can ruin rotations. Joanna, for her just wave clear and pull with, matched with the DPS. And then etc for the displacement between rotations as well.
Yep. Let's see what chat is saying here. Let's see.
Now I
Oh, they don't
like.
have too much to comment on yet. We'll see if that changes. All right, we got Arthas and Thrall coming out as the last two picks for not throwing.
I'm not against Thrall on this map, but it is a little interesting to see because since
I
it's
see the
Crash
theme.
Lightning nerfs.
I see the theme. It's
What's the theme?
roots.
Oh, that's a pretty good theme. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I get it now. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Now on the side of Lightly Salted, I noticed they picked up the Chromium Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm interested to see that work out because Diablo is gonna want to do one thing and Chromie's gonna want to do another. So if they coordinate, it could be really good. If they don't, it could be really bad.
Yeah, I totally agree. I actually play both those heroes, and I know exactly what you're talking about. It feels so bad on Chromie when you've got a ton of damage about to rain in, and then your Diablo just like tosses the person over their head, and all your stuff completely misses. So you're right. As long as they have it coordinated, it could be really strong, but they just have to be careful not to, kind of screw each other up.
Yeah, now with Varian in the mix, it should be a lot better with Taunt, which I assume he's going Taunt. Taunt into Silence is just really, really good.
Yeah, so they've gone with a pretty strong front line and two, somewhat squishy backliners that can rain in a lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And depending on what Chromie ult goes to, can be great for zoning and can be great for a pickoff. Now, against that team, I can't really see her picking off anybody with the time thing. But with slowing sands, it could be really good, especially because they seem to be. The theme is root. Jakebot confirmed. So
nice. Right on. Which comp do you prefer?
I mean, I think I prefer more of Lightly Salted comp, but that's just because that's meta and I'm in Division A. But I also really like the idea of roots. Now, the difference between roots and stuns, though, is that it's just a root. Yeah. So I could see Hanzo having a bad time, even though they're not stuns, because if they're able to chain the roots, he can't jump, he can't go anywhere, but he can still do damage to you. So that's the only thing.
So I feel like Lightly Salted is going to be really depending hard on their tanks to keep those roots off of their Chromie, off of their Hanzo.
Well, they picked two pretty aggressive tanks, dive tanks, Diablo and Varian. So I think somebody like Junkrat and Thrall are going to have a pretty good time. And even Zool, because if they're just a front line for Malf right now, and if they can jump in there and just work past the tanks, or even just poke down the tanks with a Junkrat and Lightning and stuff like that, I mean, I think they could pull it out of their ass too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's introduce the teams. On Not Throwing, we have Demarcon playing Thrall, Junkrat played by Jakebot, Jen Confusion on Arthas, Arania playing Zool, and Malfurion played by Bad Drudley.
And on the right side, we have Delta playing Varian, Resonance playing Diablo, Wafflecopter playing the Chromie, Saber King playing Hanzo, and Absolute Yoda on Stukov.
Alright, both teams send in 5 to the middle.
I'm interested to see who they're gonna have do the solos. Like, yeah.
Here comes the root parade onto Diablo. He also gets knocked back.
No. And that was a really good displacement knockback by Jakebot with Junkrat as well. I mean, they couldn't really follow up, but...
So it looks like Not Throwing is splitting off into lanes with Thrall going top and Junkrat going down to the bottom lane.
I'd honestly like to see somebody not Junkrat do that bottom lane. I think they have two really strong solo laners with Thrall and Zool that they'd feel better. Especially because Thrall, I'm noticing now, just went Echo of the Elements. So...
Oh, we got some roots coming out on Stukov here, and he will fall.
I have a feeling Stukov's not going to be able to silence for very long before they jump on top of him.
Yeah.
It looks like Junkrat's doing fine in the bottom, though.
Yeah. Right.
They're doing some pretty nice rotations, too. I just worry about Mouth being the one to kind of solo soak that mid. Again, they have some really strong solo laners, so I think they need to figure out who they're going to keep with Mouth and Arthas and just leave the other one.
Mm-hmm. So you'd like to see more of like maybe a 2-2-1 setup type of thing, maybe?
Yeah. I think they could even do a 1-1-3 if that's what they wanted. I just don't think they should be having Mouth be the one.
Right. So both teams relatively even on gems here. Nobody's turned any in quite yet.
I'm kind of interested to see Chromie pick Deep Breathing as well for 1, and then going to Bronze Talons at 4.
Yeah, good call. We didn't really talk much about that. Yep, we got Deep Breathing and Bronze Talons.
Yeah, that just seems a little awkward. Everything else seems relatively stable on all other parts. That one was just a little interesting to me.
If you are in Twitch watching this live right now, thank you for joining us. Should be a very exciting match. Come Roots on Diablo again.
They're chunking him.
He's
Oh, and
going to
that's
call.
14 gems too.
Hanzo's putting a lot of
Oh,
damage in
Mouth.
on Mouth there. Yep. Oh, nice shot by Chromie to take out Zool.
They blue team not throwing managed to collect all those gems though.
Yep, teams are pretty even. We do have 16 gems being turned in by Lightly Salted, so...
And we have a possible bush gank. Oh, no, he backed out. And Lightly Salted is slightly ahead as well in XP. So they're doing rotations just slightly better, but it still surprises me because I think Not Throwing has a better wave clear.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Hanzo and Chromie are doing work.
Varian getting pretty low in the bottom there. He has to tap the well.
Oh, great
It's
save
on
by
to
Jagbot.
Diablo. Nice silence by Stukov, just hitting all 4 members there. And Thrall's gonna go down.
Yeah, so that kind of goes back to what I was saying about with that root combo. Really, really good, but they all have to stand kind of in the same area because that Junkrat is the only range and he's doing the solo lane, so he can't really do that poke damage.
Right. That makes sense, yeah, because that way you can have the Junkrat back there just laying in some damage on all those rooted targets.
Yeah, well, especially while Stukov just sits there silencing.
Mm-hmm. Right, he might be able to disrupt that Stukov, break that silence.
Yep. And we've almost got a turn in on both. Ooh, yep, Chromie took that time trap.
Oh, nice throw by Diablo to finish the kill on Malfurion, and Zool falls as well.
Yep. Yeah, surprisingly, Chromie's doing a nice job of predicting or talking, you know, however they're doing that in comms with the Diablo flips. That was the one thing that I was kind of worried about, because they're going to be opposite of each other.
So Lightly Salted will pick up the first set of Web Weavers. Looks like they're focusing on the top lane, which makes sense, because that's the lane that has the boss, so it could be a win condition lane on this map.
It's always interesting, though, to see teams prioritize the top lane for the web weavers. I mean, ooh, that silence.
Little roots.
Almost got general
Diablo
confusion.
again. Zul's gonna fall. The Gen confusion getting really low on Arthas. Diablo goes in for the kill.
Yeah, one thing I was gonna say though was about that top lane. Now they have 10s and they had the wall down, so I understand. But usually, if you're fighting over rotation, almost the best lane to go through is the middle because that cuts off their rotation, cuts off the well, cuts off everything. I think that's a really good strategy, especially because the first web weavers don't usually last that long, and you're usually a little bit closer in levels. But yeah, it's good to see them taking advantage of the non-10s.
Oh, and Zul kind of gets out of place there and pays for it with his life. This that first round of web weavers got a lot more value than I'm used to seeing.
Absolutely. Well, and again, I just want to point out,
nice
we got
play by Chromie there to take out Arthas.
Yeah, we got the mouth sitting in lane still, so that's a little rough.
Yeah, I don't think getting those 7 gems in is quite the priority when you're about to lose a keep, but hey, it's alright.
Oh, goodbye.
Roots on Diablo, can they get a kill here?
Nope, they changed it. Got him. They're still not
Nice
10,
flip.
they shouldn't be fighting.
By Diablo. So now we've got web weavers coming out for the side of not throwing. Top lane probably won't get a whole lot of value, should get cleaned up pretty quickly. Diablo getting low again, but it's gonna be okay. Melf pushing in the mid with the middle web weaver.
Go Malf.
Siege Melf!
Yep.
Let's do it! Oh wow.
He's not allowed
Jacobot
to
got
be
real
siege.
low on
He didn't take
Junkrat.
3 yet.
So now Lightly Salted is rotating to take out that middle web weaver. We've got Junkrat going down in the bottom lane. Varian is on the run. He's got 4 members of Not Throwing just chasing him down here.
And he went the wrong way, my friend.
So now he's in behind enemy lines.
Now he's slowed, and he's got 25
Minions are on
gems.
him. Let's see how long he can live. We got Roots. Okay, he does finally go down. We almost
Bye, Melf.
we lost Melf as well. Between the Chromie and the Hanzo there. Got Syndragosa, but didn't quite hit.
Missed a little bit, yep.
All
This
got
is a
thrown
bloodbath.
and shoved. Yeah, that's rough. This Diablo is really causing a lot of problems for not throwing, it seems like.
And then we got Lightly Salted, good for another turn, and they got 13 up. I can see them pushing for either another keep or just finishing off that top lane and getting boss or something.
Yeah. Yep, here come more red web weavers here. So would you like to see them push up top and push in that keep, or take out some of the other forts in mid and bottom?
I think they could because they're up that 13 talent. If they get a kill here on Jakebot, which I can see that they're probably gonna get. Oh,
Got a big fight breaking out here, right by boss spawn area.
good silence on Mouth though.
Zul's really low in the back. Roots coming out on all of Lightly Salted. There's an Earthquake. Demarcon is running for his life.
Oh, that arrow.
Hanzo arrow, and he will go down.
And in the process, we also lost Junkrat, who had ran all the way through the fort, and Varian did not give up chase.
Uh-oh. So we got
Bye, Jen.
Chromie. Oh,
Oh, she mistimed.
yep. Jen is gonna escape, I think. There's the push from Stukov.
He's trying.
Here comes
Run.
Diablo looking for blood. Uh-oh, poor Malfurion. They've got Diablo rooted back here.
Oh,
There's
that was a good Syndragosa.
Syndragosa. Diablo's all slowed up and rooted, and we'll go down.
Chromie is out of mana though, for now.
Yeah, looks like Lightly Salt is gonna back out here. Meanwhile, pushing
But
in
also-
on the front keep wall here in the middle. Oh, that was a really nice play by Junkrat, knocking Varian back into their keep.
Oh, here come the ult. Ooh, Varian goes down, but Diablo is back because he had the souls, and
Okay.
they're up 16. So
We still have a web weaver. Oh, okay. The web weaver just died down here in the bottom lane.
and they did end up taking that top fort in the process. So right now, Lightly Salted has the map for sure.
Yep. So they're gonna go ahead and take their bruiser camp here.
Oh no!
Oh boy. Okay, things
Oh
could
no!
get really exciting here, guys.
Here they
We
come.
got a boss play, and here comes Lightly Salted.
Diablo
In goes
wastes no
Diablo.
time.
APOC. Huge stun on Malfurion. Malfurion down. Earthquake is
Jake
out.
goes down.
Brawl is beating up on Diablo pretty good. Goes down, but so does Diablo. Members
General
of...
Confusion is getting blocked by that tornado.
Yeah, alright. So we've got a team wipe on the side of not throwing. So Lightly Salted is going to go ahead and pick up this boss. And I'm thinking they just push in and try to win at this point. What do you think?
I think it would be a mistake not to. They've got about 10 seconds to get down the lane, so there will be people up to defend, but they're up 16, and they have a better core race in this instance compared to the defense on not throwing. And Mouth getting caught out here might not end well.
Yeah.
But there's the time to the silence for sure.
Here comes Junkrat Tire. They're able to kill it before it goes off. Meanwhile, the boss is just hitting on the core. The shield is falling.
Oh,
Zool
Zool.
almost escapes but gets taunted right before he can get back to safety. There, it goes down as well.
Hanzo in the back line, just almost dead. Just
The
couldn't
boss
make
still
it.
hitting the core. Core's down to 61%.
Oh man.
Everybody's really low. Here comes a full health Diablo, though, to come help finish this off. Core down to 13%, and it looks
Think
like
that's about GG.
Lightly Salted is going to take game 1. Wow.
That was quite interesting. And I believe that was not Throwing's map pick. Correct me if I'm wrong?
That is correct. That was I'm sorry. No, that was Lightly Salted's map pick.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Lightly Salted's map pick.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I did pull up the stat screen here, just to take a look. Hanzo went 10-0. Chromie was out putting out tons of hero damage. We did have good siege from Junkrat coming out on the side of not throwing, but unfortunately their route plan just didn't seem to quite work out.
yeah, like I said, I think if they had either Thrall or Zool in the solo and had Mouth either rotating or just being with them, it could have turned out a little differently with those first Web Weavers.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we will see what happens with the next game. We're going to go to a quick break so we can get set up. Stick around, we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are here for Game 2, Division D East between Not Throwing and Lightly Salted. And welcome back, Aura.
Welcome to me.
So, Game 2, we are going to be on Dragonshire. This is the map choice for Not Throwing. Aura, what do you think Not Throwing needs to do to turn this around? Do you think that they'll be able to do it on their own map choice?
Well, we have the Respect Band Nova from, last game too, so I respect that. But, I think, throwing has a really good chance. Okay, they're just doing opposite bands. What the hell? This map's a little bit different than Tomb. It's a little less, snowbally, so I'd like to see it last a little bit longer. But I'm also interested to see
Wait,
what.
What's
This is
happening
the same
right
draft.
now? Okay, so last game we had Not Throwing band Nova and Lightly Salted band Sylvanas, and they've switched those bands this time. And Lightly Salted has now picked up what Not Throwing first picked in the last game. Oh, we almost had the same, but then they went off onto the Genji route here. So we've got Hanzo and Genji. So what do you think? The theme could be mobility, Overwatch?
That's what I was kind of thinking. The other thing it could be is Overwatch characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the Shipmata brothers, it's always hard to tell.
If I'm Malfurion, I'm a little nervous right now, though, with that Genji and...
Yeah, or they could be doing something with dragons. Jakebot just mentioned in chat dragon power, so they could be doing Alex. I think they might have want Chromie.
Oh, gotcha. Well, unfortunately, they're not going to get Gromy to go with the dragons there. Um, we have Diablo and Chromie again coming out on the side of lightly salted. Okay, Garage ban here, which is exactly the same bans that lightly salted had last game. And
Yep,
yeah.
and here we are again. Yep, the same bands, just on the opposite side.
All right, so both teams being a little cheeky here.
Oh yes. But it looks like lightly salted might want to be sticking with what they had before with the Diablo Chromie, but now they get the Malf root as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they liked what they were doing. They just replaced Malf with Stukov, or Stukov with Malf. But
Right. Yeah, and those roots can be really nice for Chromie, help her line up her shots. Diablo also has, an option to like throw somebody like into the root. So I like how these heroes kind of work together. Especially because like you were saying last game, the Chromie and Diablo seem to have their timing down with each other. So we didn't see a lot of anti-synergy there, which sometimes you could see with those heroes.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, Overwatch. It's
Overwatch.
Fucking Overwatch. I know it.
All right, so we've got Diva and Zarya coming out. So do you think we're going to see an Ana here?
That's what I was thinking. And man, Ana with Genji, like I know she's normally picked for like mages and stuff like that because it gives you the mana and everything like that too. But oh man, I would love to see a Dragon Blade Nano Genji.
But we could see Lucio too, which probably is the more likely choice. But Ana would be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Lucio just also for the map. Just some fast stuff from middle to bot or whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think that they should put Diva in the solo, though, for it. Because she's a tank and she has that kind of secondary character.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zarya would do a lot better with Genji and Hanzo. So we'll see about that as well.
Oh, and Aura, I just wanted to let you know that you're a star. Kyle owns Josh in chat says that, Aura, I love you.
Oh god, I gotta get out of here.
All right, here we go with the Lucio. So all Overwatch team here on the side of not throwing. And then we've got a little more standard, similar comp to what they did last time with the variant of the Diablo and the Chromie on the side of lightly salted.
Yeah, and the Greymane's a nice choice as well because it also helps with their dive kind of with Diablo variant, but he's also a really good soul laner and camp picker-upper. So he's pretty meta right now.
So what do you think here? Do you think not throwing can take this map with the comp that they picked here?
I love the comp. Like, just the idea of it. The only thing I get worried about is because the two tanks, like Zarya and Diva, they're both range tanks. They're not necessarily in your face. So I think it's going to have a lot to do on how Zarya builds comparatively. But I also think Hanzo does a really good tank. He's a really good, like, tank chucker. As we saw in the last game when it was Arthas versus Hanzo, his health just disappeared. Lucio's an all-around pretty good healer. Diva you don't see very often, so that'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But sure. Like I said, I would love to see Diva in the solo if they still wanted to do a 4-man, because I don't think any of the other heroes are going to be as viable or work better.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and introduce the team. So on the side of not throwing, we've got Demarkin playing Hanzo, Confusion on Lucio, Jakebot on Genji, Zarya played by Archangel, and Arenia is playing the Diva.
And then on the left, we got Delta on Varian again, Wafflecopter on Chromie again, Resonance on the Diablo again, and Saber King's taking Greymane, and Absolute Yoda is now on the Mouth.
All right, and once again, we've got 5v5 in the middle lane to start.
And it looks like roughly the same builds on the side of lightly salted. So Chromie still went deep breathing. Varian still went Lion's Maw.
We do have a simple geometry coming out from Hanzo.
Oh, Diva's out of her mech.
It's going to be the quest that for the W build, the scatter arrow build.
And Zarya did take maximum charge. I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to yell at Arc later.
Nice. So we've got Genji laning against the Varian up in the top lane. We've got skirmish breaking out here in the bottom lane.
And I don't mind this either, because they're doing a 1-1-3. Again, the only thing I wish is I think Genji would do better. Oh, well, he actually might take out Varian. Yep, there he goes.
Oh, wow.
Yep, Genji just beat up Varian top lane. That's what happens before level 4.
That was pretty nice timing, too, because Varian's going to be rezzing just about the same time as the shrines activate, so Genji's going to be able to grab that top one. We've got Zarya down here already in position to grab the bottom one.
Lightly Salted did take their Siege Giants right at about the same time, though, but they're going to get cleaned up pretty fast by DeMarc and Hanzo.
So...
Oh, looks like
throwing
he's just
did
gonna
not
grab his.
grab the bottom shrine. And now
There we
Greymane's
go.
going up to take the top shrine.
And Chromie's build got updated. She ended up going Enveloping Assault, which I think works much better if choosing to go deep breathing for one.
Right.
But they do have a shrine control right now.
Yep.
With
Not
Malfurion
ideal
jumping
that
in.
to put the healer in the dragon, but Malfurion is going to be the one to pick up the Dragon Knight for Lightly Salted. So here we
Yeah.
go.
Well, and again, it goes back to always the first objective. Oh man, Chromie, great shot onto Lucio there.
I switched up top real quick because I saw Greymane was able to take out the Genji, so I missed the beautiful Chromie shot.
Oh
Sorry!
yeah, behind the wall, just took out the Lucio. Oh, man,
that was another
it
great
just
shot.
chunked. Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt this game. But what I was gonna say about the first objective is I feel sometimes you can do what you want because it's not always as strong depending on what time you take it, and they did take it pretty early. So honestly, I'm not that against Malf jumping in it just to jump in it for
Yeah, that's
timing
fair.
purposes. So.
That's fair. So it looks like Lightly Salted is just going to try to get some of these front towers and gates down with this first dragon here. And Melps gets out just fine. We have a 4v2 in the top here.
I don't know if Arc is. Oh, there we go.
Romy's just laying out so much damage right now. Wafflecopter is really giving it to Archangel right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, with that build, you know, updated to what it was compared to, like, I love Bronze Talons. I just don't love it, you know, based on certain things. But since he switched up his build a little bit, I think it's going to be very, very well done. Landing those Dragon's Breath for sure.
So we saw the temporal loop again coming out from the Chromie.
Now I like that as well. Temporal loop with against a mobile team such as Genji and Hanzo and Lucio it'll definitely come in handy. The only thing about it is they can block it or run from it if they have the cooldown for it. So.
Right.
Oh, good fight in the top lane here. Ooh,
Nice
good
escape by Genji.
Jake bot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run, boy, run!
Uh-oh. They are on the hunt for Jake Bot.
No, I think they gave up. No, why?
Oh no! Greymane going hard. He should probably turn around and kill the Lucio. There, well, he got them both. That works. Flip from.
Forward. Goodbye.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh, we
my.
got that nice lightning breath too. this
Lightly
game.
salted, really using a lot of ults to make sure they get that kill onto Zarya. They're gonna go ahead and steal the bruiser camp here. And
Yeah.
bottom lane, we still got Varian doing his thing against Hanzo.
Yeah, the Mark is doing a pretty good job of just holding lane against Varian. Not killing him, but it's kind of hard to, especially being down full almost 2.5 levels.
So Diva all alone trying to keep them off of the dragon in the middle, and not throwing is able to pick up that bottom shrine. So now Diva's running for her life.
Watch
Oh! Nice shot by Chromie.
Absolutely good. Just getting very lucky on that last little bit. He started to get hit by the fort there.
Genji going after the Greymane here, but now he's got Greymane and Malfurion. And will
That made me sad. It was gonna be such a good 1v1.
Oh.
And if we look to the bottom lanes, the Market and Delta are still really going at it for that shrine control. But the Market's gonna hurt, it looks like.
Yeah, I got just a little too low to contest that, so now looks like Malfurion again is going to be the one going and grabbing the Dragon Knight. We've got the Diablo Lightning Breath coming out.
Oh, but he's taking all those shots. But he has soul, so he'll be back.
Yeah. So Dragon Knight is going to be taking out the front wall of the keep here. They'll probably push in on this keep.
Jackbot needs to be careful. The dragon's gonna come for him and kick him away.
He just took out Hanzo. The member's not throwing it really low in health.
Oh,
and very
oh,
spread
is he
out.
gonna find him?
Well.
Oh!
Aw.
Diablo was hunting there for a moment and found the Hearthing Genji.
Ooh,
Oh, and
Diva
Chromie
takes
one
out
shot.
the Chromie.
Arc is so low and has no energy.
That was a really nice play by Arania. Kind of like jumped in from the side and I think surprised Lightly Salted there.
Yeah, and especially because Chromie did have timeout, so I'm not sure if that was on cooldown or...
Yeah, I was wondering about that as well, because I know Chromie has lots of annoying escapes. Oh, Gen Confusion on Lucio goes down.
We are almost done with quests though on both sides. The multiple quests. Oh, there's Dragon Blade.
Dragon Blade.
Oh, and they're so grouped.
Oh, and a really
Silence.
nice Malfurion silence there on the Dragon Blade. Angel gonna fall to Chromie again.
Arc definitely had a really good zone of mouth though there if that silence didn't kill the Genji.
Lightly Salted still pushing in on this middle keep here.
Ariana wants to go in and use that. Oh, there she goes.
Zones off, Lightly Salted a bit here. So now we've got all 5 members of Not Throwing coming to the defense of this keep.
And we still got Varian just kind of hanging out, not doing much. But yeah, being almost 16 and being down even that 13 talent, it's definitely
Genji
rough.
going in on Chromie in the back.
Oh, nice. Oh, what a great deflect though, and that time stop kind of saved him from that lightning breath, and they were able to pick up those 2 kills.
The Diablo falling there, just kind of standing still in a big target there for a little too long, seemed like.
I would love to see them go down and gank Varian right now. He is so far out of position. Oh, Diva's going.
The dragon awaits, heroes. Free him and destroy your enemy.
We didn't really go
Ooh,
over the heroics too much, but we did get Dragon Strike for Hanzo, which just took out Malfurion, actually.
yeah, Malfurion went the wrong way. He
Uh,
thought dragons was going one way, and he went the other. It was not good.
Diva's baiting back the Varian to her whole team. Let's see if they can do anything about it here.
Oh, yep, he was getting body blocked there.
Oh,
What
really
a great
nice.
ult.
And so, yeah, Expulsion Zone for Zarya. Dragon Blade for Genji, Sound Barrier for Lucio,
If
and
they
then we
can
have Big
pick up
Shot
this dragon
for Diva.
and get 16,
So DTM Goat in Twitch chat says, "Oh shit, I'm a Zarya main. Can't wait to see this Zarya play." So what do you think so far, my friend?
go. I know you're banging your head on that build, aren't you?
Alright, we got poor Diva is just not gonna get out of that. Oh, we got Sound
Ooh,
Barrier
good
coming
save.
from Lucio. So we've got talent tier advantage for lightly salted. Yeah, we're going in hard on Lucio. Dragon Blade, there's
I see a silence coming. Yep.
yeah, another nice silence by Malfurion, and Lucio and Genji both fall. So now lightly salted is gonna push right in on this keep.
Oh, I was gonna say, there goes Diva. Oh, and a great dragons too to split them.
Yeah, lightly salted getting pretty low. They haven't been able to take this keep yet. Archangel
Save
low,
Arc.
Zarya, tower shots coming out onto Varian will take him down. They do finally get the keep. Hanzo just trying to lay down some damage as lightly salted was trying to retreat, but will fall to the lightning breath. But Diablo will fall as well.
And he'll be back up right now.
Chromie using that, oh wow.
Oh,
Looked like she was gonna die to the Genji, and then it was like, surprise!
totally flipped its tables.
Not only am I gonna pull you away from me, so I'm safe, but I'm also going to kill you.
Oh, and it looks like they're gonna invade on this camp though. They should run. They should run. No.
Oh no.
Oh, and he gets stopped on the ult as well.
Oh, Lucio escapes thanks to that extra speed.
Don't go back in. Oh my gosh.
Diva getting low. Lightly salted does steal that camp. Diablo going back in the middle here.
I don't think they care about the dragon anymore.
Kind of feeling the same way. I feel like they just kind of want to fight. There's a big silence.
Oh, really good knock on from Lucio to Diva's bomb.
Yeah. Varian getting low and pushed back by Diva. Very good fall. We got Dragon's Blade going in on Chromie here. He did a really good job of avoiding that time trap.
Oh, and they got the Greymane out. And
Great
he
Maid does
dove
kill
in for the kill,
Genji,
but he
but
will
will
die.
die.
Yep.
This is fun. This is a fun game for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot more things going on for sure. And like I said, like their comp last game too from not throwing was good idea in theory. But man, this is also really good because having both of Genji and Hanzo, and Diva and Zarya, like I said, even though they're both kind of weird tanks, Zarya is in my opinion is really good, especially after that 16 talent. Now, if he changed his build just a little bit, I think it could be even better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not going to hate on it because it's not the worst thing in the world.
Right. So, not throwing is making a play on the dragon here. They had a chance, but unfortunately Chromie was able to take that bottom shrine back right before not throwing picked up the dragon. They have control again, but Diablo's up there making sure nobody can grab that.
Yeah, General Confusion keeps trying to go in. He already used Break It Down. And if he tries it again, I think he's gonna die. So I hope he doesn't go back in.
D.Va blowing up again. Varian got bumped back pretty far. Let's see if they can punish him for it.
Oh,
But it's
good
Varian.
silence.
Comes Green Main in the back line on Hanzo. Ooh, wow. Beautiful escape by Demarkin. Zarya falls.
Take bot, no!
Oh, and Zarya gets blown up by Chromie.
I don't think Ariana's gonna make it out.
No, I'm thinking not. Alright. So, Hanzo the lone survivor on the side of not throwing.
Again, I don't think they're interested in the dragon. I think they're just gonna go for another fort point or another keep.
Yeah. Looks like they're just waiting for their minions to come up here. Hanzo is just defending these catapults coming up from the middle.
Yeah, he has
Be
vision
careful,
on
though.
all of them.
Stunned against the well by Diablo and killed.
That's rough, for sure.
So, not throwing is rezzing early enough to where they can try to mount a defense on their core here.
Zarya's ult does not take Diablo out of his ult because he's unstoppable, so that timing was just so slightly off.
Yep. Lightly Salted did pick up the dragon. And they're gonna go ahead and take that last keep.
Get them all!
They want the completion. Alright, Lucio is down.
Oh, Genji, no!
Genji's in trouble as well.
Oh, good.
Escape.
Good save, though.
He's going in with the Dragon Blade. I think he might get Greymane and does, but he's gonna fall as well.
Dragon's down, so they're not gonna get enough race, but they do have Greymane.
Oh wow. I thought D.Va was about to die, but she's able to get in her mech like at the very last second. Demarkin on Hanzo gets to safety, sends out the dragon.
Dragon was just so slightly off. Oh, and he stayed out too long.
Okay, and that's gonna be game 2. Going over to Lightly Salted. Okay.
Good games though, both times. I know the first one was a little bit snowbally, but man, that second one, not throwing, was not throwing. So I give them top credit for making do. And even on this scoreboard here, D.Va able to get out with the top hero damage is pretty hefty.
Yeah, for sure. Let's jump up a channel in Discord. I'm gonna see if I can get Wafflecopter, the captain for Lightly Salted, in for an interview. Wafflecopter!
What is up?
You're already here. That was fast. We were just finishing talking about the game. We were just looking at the stats. But first of all, congratulations on the domination tonight. How are you guys feeling?
Thank you. Pretty excited, you know. We were coming off a pretty disappointing loss.
Okay, nice. So whenever that happens, it's always nice to come back, you know, with a nice win, and that's what you guys were able to do today. Did you really know that much about not throwing? Did you go into this match tonight with any kind of game
all
plan?
I knew is they did a lot of cheesy troll comps.
Nice. Okay, so you guys kind of probably didn't really know what to expect.
Nah, yeah, can you really know what to expect?
I love it. So let's see. So game 1, if we go back to game 1, we were on your map pick for Tomb of the Spider Queen. What was your strategy going into that game? Did you get the heroes you were really going for?
Actually, we were going for Zool for the second round of our picks, but they stole it from us. We were gonna do a Zool with split soak top and mid, while we just shoved in bot as a 4-man. But they stole it, so we had to improvise.
And I think I made mention to that's what I wish not throwing ended up doing, was to have Zool double soaking, or even just not to have that Junkrat in the bottom lane because it made them all into the melees.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. It was just giving me free damage on the Chromie.
Yeah, it seemed like that all the roots that not throwing had did present somewhat of a problem in game one, but you guys seemed to be able to kind of figure it out and compensate for that as the match went on.
Yeah, definitely. It also helped once Diablo got his souls. He was able to just take a lot more damage. So, and it allowed me to just drop my W's because he would stay in longer.
Right. So then we went to Dragonshire, which was the map choice for not throwing. And you guys had some fun with the bans, we noticed. Both teams banned like the bands that the other team had banned the game before. Was that choreographed or?
No, we just figured like we knew Archangel played Nova and they banned it the first game, so we were like, yeah, why not? And then they just banned Silb, so we were like, we got to do it now.
We're locked in.
Nice. And you guys ended up picking several heroes in the second game that you had picked up at the first game. The Diablo, Chromie, and the Varian. Is that a nice, comfortable, like, kind of trio for you guys?
Yeah, we've practiced it a few times, but really we just feel like it's so hard to deal with, especially with the comp they had. Like the only threat in either game, well, the first one didn't really have any threats against the Chromie, so I was just free to just put out all the damage I wanted. And in the second game, it was only Genji, and they didn't really have a tank to go in with them, so it felt like it was just a solid draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I know we have a couple people in the Twitch chat commenting on. You were the one playing Chromie, right, Waffle?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That you did a really good job.
Nasty.
Well, thank you.
Someone said you were nasty, exactly. And someone else, and also said that's what they look like when they play Chromie. So,
I'll have to challenge that.
And another viewer says lightly salted is very salted now.
I mean, we do get salted very easily, but
I think it was probably that point when they wiped you guys, and then you guys came back in at the very end, and the dragon was still up, and nobody was taking it.
Yeah, we're like, it doesn't seem like they really care about the dragon anymore. I think they just want to fight.
Neither of you guys did. You were both just like, let's just keep fighting.
Yeah. We told Varian to go off and do it, but he does his own things.
Yeah, that's fair.
I saw him AFK for a little bit in the bot lane.
Yeah, he was doing what he felt was right.
Yeah. It ended up working out. You guys got the win. So that's really great for you guys. Do you have any more questions for Waffle, Ara?
I actually do, just because you happen to be playing Chromie. The first game build, was that on purpose?
Yeah, because are you talking about the level 4 or level 2 talent, I guess?
Yeah, why choosing to go for Bronze Talons when you were going for Dragon's Breath, I guess was my question.
Well, because I knew they would be stacking up around the roots, so I didn't really need the range. So I figured the extra AA damage would just be icing on the cake.
Okay, I gotcha. I was like, I could understand why, but at the same time, I was like, why?
Yeah, I definitely understand.
That's funny. That's right. She was commenting on the Chromie build, wondering, and then I know you liked the Chromie build a little bit better in game too.
Definitely.
Yeah, normally I do like going the globe build talents, but since the Diablo and the mouth combo, I was just like, I have to just go for the W to blow them up.
Right. All right. Well, do you have any shout outs, Waffle, before we let you go?
I just want to shout out to my team. I'll shout out to you guys for casting us. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to the other team. That was fun. A lot of interesting comps and fun chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Good banter.
Definitely. Well, that was really exciting. Both teams played really well. It was really entertaining. I think the stream really loved it. And just congratulations again for getting the domination and another 3 points for your team.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Right. Have a great evening, sir.
Thank you so much.
So,
I love NGS so much.
It
You won't
was
see a lot of
fun.
this stuff other places, but man, it's just the community is great. The games are great. Like I just love it.
Yeah,
It's so great.
that's a really good point because anybody who's watching that maybe doesn't know about NGS is there are many different divisions. So you end up getting placed in a division that matches your skill level. I know that NGS works really hard to checking people's MMRs and making sure everything's pretty even playing field. So there's like 5 different divisions, and actually there's like a West Coast and an East Coast for most of the divisions as well. So there's tons of teams. So no matter what your skill level is, there's definitely a place for you in NGS.
And even if you want to make a meme team, I mean, I know not throwing is one because they're just here to have a good time, play with some friends, not worried about winning, not worried about losing, just wanted to be here and be part of the group and have the extra time. And I even know, like, just looking at, NGS chat and Discord, there's some other up and coming teams that are waiting for season 5 and they want to do the same things. They just want to play some memes and have some fun. So,
Yeah, I know that the number of teams jumped a lot from season 3 to season 4, which we're in right now, and it's really obvious why. It's so much fun, and if you don't have a team in NGS yet, you should definitely try it out for season 5 for sure. I'm sure information will be forthcoming soon about that.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it is. It's all walks of life. If you want to try hard, be our guest. Fucking try hard. If you want to just, enjoy life, you're more than welcome to do that too. We have people of all sorts of styles and plays and stuff. But
Yeah, for sure. Well, Ara, do you have any shout outs?
well, as a mod of NGS, that was kind of my shout out, just to talk
Fair
about it a
enough.
little bit.
Fair enough.
A shout out to Archangel as well on the side of not throwing, who is playing that sweet Zarya. He's also one of the admins for NGS, so you can see we don't discriminate here. You can be in the staff and still, not want to try hard. So
For sure. Awesome. Well, on my side, shout out to NGS. Definitely shout out to Ura for joining me. That was super fun tonight. And, shout out to my team, Clouded Minds. I don't do that too often, so I love you guys. And you can find me at Swingtime Gaming on Twitter and YouTube. And then here on Twitch, I'm at Twitch TV/Swingtime. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We hope you had fun. I know we did. And we will see you soon for another great cast of another great NGS match. Thank you so much, everybody.
bye.